Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Eternity Podcast number 15. This is Atlas speaking to you from Eternity, always warm and always sunny Eternity. Our total locked value of our contract is 833,875 crore. Our users are increasing. We are at 960 users, almost about to break the first 1,000 user barrier, which is quite fantastic. Looking over here at the price of Crow, we are at 28 cents. We are on the rebound, right? The recovery of the price, as we did have some downward pressure earlier in the week. There was definitely a issue with crypto.com's cards. They dropped their cashback percentages as well as staking, and the community, as some of you already know, was not very happy with them, and they were very smart in listening to the community, taking their comments and suggestions into account, and they backtracked. They bent the knee, as they say, and they were able to increase the rewards on the card and the staking, and we're seeing a lot of traction coming through. Also, some more news from the Chronos chain and the guys over at Crypto.com. They are doing mainnet upgrades. They're going to version 0.7 for Crow, CRC20, and ERC20 tokens. So that's fantastic news. Getting an upgrade over there. Everything will continue to work and trading as well. But that's something that we're waiting for. There's so many things on the roadmap and things that are coming along for these guys. Sitting on $1 billion marketing budget and having celebrities as ambassadors, such as Matt Damon and LeBron James, to name a couple of them, right? Which is quite fantastic. You definitely get attention when you have guys like that on board, and you're paying $700 million for putting your brand and your name out there. That was what they did over at what was previously the Staples Center over in downtown LA, where the Los Angeles Lakers play. So we have absolutely all faith and belief into the future of what they're creating, right? And their initiative, their branding is really incomparable to anything we've seen. So they are continuing to grow, and at this price, we've been saying it for a few days. It is quite a bargain. We've seen a couple of investors that we've known for some time that are very, would say, successful, educated, and understand the market, seizing really the opportunity to be purchasing at these prices. We know some guys that purchased at 2 cents, and they're just buying more at these levels, which is quite fantastic. As more and more developers start to come over to the Chronos chain from BSC or from Ethereum, we do believe that the network will continue to grow. More and more great projects will come here and develop their platforms, develop their investment vehicles for the good folks that want to come and participate and evolve and grow the chain itself. And with that, we believe there's going to be quite a demand for the Chronos chain, for the Crow token, for everything. What we've seen at BSC, I believe it's going to happen here. That's why we want to be paid in Crow rewards, and we want to, be in a position to be early. That's generally where you get the most investments and the most profit, when you're able to capitalize on being an early adopter and watching it grow and watching other folks come and join us. With that said, we will continue. Here, 1 second. We're seeing Steve H is here too. Well, we can't wait to really give a happy birthday welcome to Steve H. He's one of the founders over here at Eternity, right? And Steve, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, man, happy birthday. I've prepared something really short for you. I know a lot of the folks want to get a lot of the updates, but there's no better time but right now to just sing you a happy birthday. Got you. Got you.
Steve.
All right, man. We'll cut it there. But seriously, with all love and respect and friendship, happy birthday to you. You're such a big part here of the team, and it would be nothing less but to greet you and give you your happy birthday here on the stream for tonight. Would you like to talk a little bit? Tell us how your day's going, and also the great update on the market. I know you've got some stuff on the burner that you've been working at diligently for the past couple of days. So I know the community would love to hear an update on that as well.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, man. That's great. That's great. As far as the day's going, I just promised the wife, we'll spend the morning together. We'll go out to lunch. Went out to Outback. It was a nice time. And then I told her what I want for my birthday is you to leave me alone for the rest of the day so I can continue on with my work. And gotta get this marketing going. We got a lot of stuff in the works, so that's why I asked her that, and she agreed. So we are in good shape. Yeah, we've got all the mass reach out. Everything is ready to go. It is set up. We've done some additional work on scraping and finding active members that are interested in types of projects like this. So I anticipate it will be ready in about 2 hours, but we want to make sure it's going to be the most effective outreach that we can possibly get, and the most impactful retention rate and click-through rate that we can possibly get. So we're basically all done with it, and it's about to go out in about 2 hours. So I'm excited about that. Also, we have a little bit of an announcement coming very soon that we're going to be doing a bigger announcement to the community, but I can let you guys know here now. We're going to be doing a big giveaway, and that giveaway is going to include 40 to 50 NFTs on the BSC side, and potentially a few from the Ethereum side as well. So we're going to be doing a big giveaway and creating basically a shill for eternity group. And that group is going to be for individuals who go out there, who bust their butts. They're out there, promoting their referral link. And as you promote your referral link, you could win some Crow, some NFTs, some rare ones, or some rare ones and some Crow. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to be having Longshot running that. He's one of my marketing team members. And so you'll see Longshot and myself posting about it in the group here pretty soon. But we're also going to be working with the developers of a lot of these NFTs that we're giving away, and having their groups, involved as well, so we can get the most impact and traction out of it as possible. So I'm pretty excited about that, and want to give you guys a little bit of some nuggets to have while you're waiting, and have the opportunity to win some great prizes, some Crow, and what we're going to be doing too is, if you are one of the people who's out there and you win some of the Crow, if you were to reinvest it back into Eternity, and that's what you decide to do with it, we will double it. We'll double it for you. So it's going to be fun, guys. I really love stuff like this. It's a blast to do, and it really helps the project. In addition to that, we've got some great people coming on board that I've been personally working on, just as overall investors and people just who love the project. So yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited where we're headed, and Atlas, if you want to take it away, but we had a long talk last night, and everything that we talked about is looking very good and coming to fruition very, very quick. So once we announce it, you all will see it, and I think you'll have a great time with it, and win some some great NFTs and all that good stuff. So, give me a little bit of time, but you'll be seeing it here very soon.
Fantastic, Steve. That's a great update, and I'm glad to hear you're enjoying your fantastic birthday. Say hello to the wife, and great that you took some time, and also that you're focused and you're continuing with our efforts here. I know we have another meeting tonight after the podcast finishes, but leading into what you brought up of the shilling and the contest that you're doing. I definitely want to bring something up through this podcast, which is something that really was amazing that happened earlier today. And we have the gentleman here, Mr. Brett Norden, who shared with us his Medium article that he put together. Right away, I was captivated. This is beautiful, like background, orange, yellowish, warm tone, kind of like an egg yolk. With the gentleman with a white beard, he still has some hair on his head. You guys can see, but for those that are just listening, you'll also be able to see in the pinned messages. It's an image that stands out. This guy's wearing a leopard print, so he's having some fun. He's got these really funky, cool, like neon, sunglasses, white beard, and he's having fun. He's holding, it looks almost like a like what do you call this? Is that an umbrella, but one of those hand fans that they used to use in the old days. If somebody has the actual name of it, let me know. But
I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, like the geishas, used to cover their face with it, right? But yeah,
it's driving me crazy. It's at the tip of my tongue.
He's got the cash. He's got the cold, hard cash. And so that's right there. It's just such a level of skill of finding something. He's pointing at the cash. He's got a smile on his face. Man, this guy's sailing on the water, right? Which is the whole point of a passive investment, of having that freedom and enjoying and having that smile on your face while your crypto is working for you. That's what these projects are being built for, right? That's what we're here to do, to give everyone that passive income. So he starts it with how I earn $150 per day in crypto passive income, from a $2,400 to $2,450 investment, right? And then he just goes in, he breaks it down like a savage, like a 2-ton man on top of a tuna fish can, just trying to break through to understand the investment. And I was captivated. I was really attracted to the image and then the content behind it. It wasn't just like a short little show. Hey, come get your 8%. The way he did it was just so professional, and I immediately, was like, man, this is such a fantastic example for the community, for the little guy, who maybe doesn't have a lot of money to start with, because you don't need a lot of money. That's the beauty of compound. You could start small, compound, follow the 6-to-1 strategy, and grow. And if you want to go the extra step and you want to, get your initials back, or you want to be a whale here with us, you're more than welcome to by working the opportunity of the referral system, which has that fantastic, 12% on deposits of the folks that come, and you explain to them how this is, the system works, how to follow the right strategy. We want everyone to really understand the risk to reward of the investment, the patience. This is not a get rich overnight thing. It is a patience and sacrifice, kind of like if you were doing a diet and you were eating very lean for 6 days and you're going to the gym, but on that 7th day, you reward yourself and you pay yourself. And that's kind of the theme here of how we want everyone to have that passive income down that 7th day, to have a paycheck, in a sense, pay yourself. Brett, I see that you're here. I don't know if you're able to talk, if you want to maybe join us here on the podcast and tell us a little bit of how you put this together. And I know you're a great YouTuber, and we're wanting to be on your YouTube as soon as our user interface is completed and with phase 2. Are you able to speak, sir?
Yeah. Hey, Atlas, how you doing? I've actually got my whole family in the car. We're just heading to dinner right now.
Okay.
So
Right.
I knew it was dangerous to be on tonight because you might call me out, but I appreciate all the support that you've given today, and look forward to talking some more. Obviously, I've got some things brewing, so hopefully
Fantastic.
all the stay out. So
Well, thank you for at least getting on and explaining to us that you are with the family and the kids. And I hope, Brett, you didn't forget Sunday is Mother's Day. I know I forgot. To be honest, I forgot I was booking an AMA for Sunday, and with a group, and one of the founders there is a woman. She's like, "Oh no, it's Mother's Day." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry, that's not a good day for us for anyone." So I'm putting it out there to everyone. Don't forget Mother's Day. Such an important event.
I'm gonna listen in tonight, but I'll be on additional ones. I've tried to come on almost all of the AMAs just to keep up to speed and catch little nuggets here and there. So I appreciate all your work and everything you're doing to stay on these every night. That's crazy, but much appreciated.
Yeah, that's the way I work, man. I believe that if you have a business, you need to tend to it. If you have a community and you have investors, you need to be available, and you need to be there on a daily basis. Just the same way that people compound, or they claim and they get the rewards. Having the team always be here, active, answering any questions is a real way to build that confidence and comfort in knowing the folks that are here. So I'll let you be on, to be with the family. You can listen to this if you like, and maybe tomorrow or another night we'll go into the details of how you put this together, man. It was fantastic.
All right, I appreciate the shout out. Take care.
Thank you, Brett. So yeah, look, guys, this was something that really just blew me away, and it set the tone. It just raised the bar completely, showing us how putting some effort, being transparent, and coming with the facts and the education that's so necessary, because we all understand something like this for someone that hasn't been involved in these type of projects. I think it's too good to be true. They think it's a pyramid. They assume because they just don't understand. As humans, we fear what we don't know. We fear the unknown. And it's just a matter of sometimes having that conversation or putting together a document like this that really just goes over everything, and it allows the investor to make a informed decision, to do some due diligence. That's one of the reasons too, Brett, that we're here. Folks need to do their due diligence. We don't want people aping in without understanding the mechanics and how this works. It's extremely important for the health of the project, for the health of all investors, especially with the minor, to follow the 621. We don't want someone coming, depositing $1,000 and then say, "Hey, I'm getting $5 a day. What's going on here?" The first thing we say, "Sir, how many times did you hit the claim button?" You've in a sense, by your actions, you've lowered yourself through the rewards, through the percentage that's paid out daily if you don't follow that diet. So we can avoid that by making sure that the folks that come here really understand. And this article is a great example. I encourage every single one of you to take some time, take a look at it. And if you do want to, grow your referrals, you can put your link into the article. You can have folks, contact you. You can make a separate, if you want, private group on Telegram and speak to these folks one-on-one, or you can send them here. And everyone here is here to help each other. We're here to aid anyone with setting up a MetaMask or going from another crypto coin or even fiat. You will teach you. We'll hold your hand. We understand that we all grow together. Every investor that comes on board is bringing liquidity. It's bringing opportunity and potentially bringing other friends and other investors. That's how this works, and it's a fantastic opportunity. So I want to encourage again, guys, take a look. You can do this on Twitter. You can do something like this on even TikTok. Having a conversation. Maybe screen recording while you're compounding and making a short TikTok video, putting your link in there. You can get so creative with it. And that's one of the efforts that we here are going to be working on, to provide you tools like this, or give you examples like this that you can learn from and you can use as inspiration and put your own twist on it. find a cool image of your own, and credit where it's due. Nobody go ahead and nobody steal his image, because it's so money, it's so cool. And we can all be creative. We don't all want to be shilling the same stuff or copying just one person. I believe in creative freedom, and at the same time, respecting others' creativity and a little bit of their IP, right? Their intellectual property. So it's meant as a motivation. And with that, somebody who doesn't really have any social medias, but he's out there speaking to his network of friends and family and co-workers and ex colleagues from school. Mr. Brad, who needs a Chad when you got a Brad? Brad, man, great to see you here. How you doing, buddy?
Hey Atlas. Hey everybody else. I'm very good, thank you very much. How are you this evening?
Fantastic, and I think you can hear my enthusiasm and just happiness from seeing what Brett's put together and showing us an example, especially for someone like yourself who's not really a person that's active on the social medias or Medium or Reddit. I wanted to show you this and give you the example of how he's been able to do this, and he's done it in other projects. He's a YouTuber, and how it serves us to follow an example and understanding that this could make us a lot of money if we apply correctly, if we put a little bit of time into it. And wanted to just get your opinion. Did you have a chance to look at it, Brad?
Certainly did, and hats off to you, Brett. That is fantastic work there, mate. I saw the image and it made me laugh because it looks like my girlfriend's dad, and so I clicked on it straight away and I read through it and I just thought, wow, this guy's putting work in. How fantastic is this? It can. I know you said not everybody should be using the same information on the socials and stuff, but everybody could use that when they're advertising to people word of mouth the way I have been, and showing them. I mean, that's just absolutely fantastic. I looked at it and I was completely blown away. Like, hats off to you, Brett. Fantastic work, man.
Yeah, definitely. And hats off to you, Brad, man. You've been killing it. And just because it was driving me nuts, Atlas, it is called a shanhan, the Chinese hand fan.
I thought it was called sensu.
I guess it's a Japanese fan. I just did a little Google search, and it's called shanhan. Shanhan.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a sensu, but yeah, perhaps I'm wrong.
And Steve, in poker, I know you're a poker player and then played professionally before and all. When the dealer kind of does that is that a common thing where they do that with playing cards, or not? Really, you're just shuffling the deck. There's no term for something like that. Fanning for your cards,
using it as a fan.
Right.
Oh no, you would get kicked out of the casino if you did that. Yeah, slow play that and show your cards to the table. You get in trouble.
Yeah, man. I almost thought it was Kenny Rogers when I saw the the picture he used. Kenny Rogers with a bunch of cash. So
if you already called someone with your hand and you're showing it, you could fan yourself as you throw it down and destroy their hopes and dreams. You could do that. Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. So going back to Brad, yeah, for someone like yourself who doesn't have the social medias, spending some time, because I know you're doing so much work on the ground, like face to face, and you're an absolute superstar, man. You're just a killer out there, with the way you present the investment, with transparency and the integrity that you carry yourself. But I think that you could gain a lot of benefit from starting to network yourself and create that personal brand online, which is something that I personally believe a lot of folks need to do. People are looking for extra income. People are looking to make money online. Eternity is it just feeds that thirst, that desire for a lot of folks. And most people have social media. And if we can find creative ways to get their attention, And this is such a beautiful example. It's not clickbait. It's not, some BS sort of like, I'm fooling you. No, hey, come check this out. I've got real information. I've got data. I've got facts. Make your own decision. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just presenting something to you. If you want more information, come over here and get it. And you were actually, Brad, one of the first people I thought about when I saw the Medium article that he put together, because I said, man, for a guy like Brad, who's so good at talking to folks, a way for him to be able to get a lot of more people in front of him, or speak to them on the Telegram directly and guide them. And, especially in the syndicate, you're a part of a great syndicate, but when you have 5 wallets, 5 folks under you, you become a syndicate leader. You're able to do airdrops. We can all build, so much here in this project. We can grow as wide as we wish. We can go as deep into our phase 2 as 15 levels. So we are going to eventually, someone like yourself, Brad, get to a point where you've done so much, P2P, person to person, folks in your personal network, which means, like the way Fortunate says it, your network means your net worth. Going into the web, going into the socials, you're going to be able to just attract so many other people. YouTube ads. Like, guys, we're going to get so creative here, and we're going to see examples like this from folks like Brett, who pretty much take us to school, and they give us a master's degree at this stuff, with a great example, of how to do this correctly. This man wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't effective. So I hope that translated for you, Brad.
Certainly did, sir. So just to give you a little update on my situation, because at some point in the near future, the socials is certainly going to be the way that I go. But so obviously I was advertising through word of mouth, and then I actually messaged you yesterday and said that I literally went through my phone, and I wrote out a message, and I copied it into, I don't know how many people I sent it to, but the next step for me is so for word of mouth was the first step, and then not that that's slowing down as such, because I've still got lots of meetings for next week, but I thought, what's the next step for me? How am I going to promote this project next? Excuse me. So I wrote out a message, absolutely nothing like what Brett did, but I didn't want to seem too pushy or anything along those lines, so I didn't even put the name of the investment in there. I just said, this is my situation. I'm doing well. I have an investment opportunity. If you'd like to hear more, contact me. And I got some really good responses. And I've got 8 meetings next week, and I signed 2 of those people today. So and then I realized, wow, imagine I could tap into the social medias to people that I haven't spoke to for years that know me, and then people that don't know me. The internet is worldwide. So that is definitely going to be the step that I take in the near future, setting up my socials and going down that route, because, at some point, obviously word of mouth will slow down, and then you're relying on the people that you've taught to teach other people. And, that's how it will grow. But for sure, socials is the next step for me. And, looking at what Brett's done and not copying what he's done, but using that as a tool to create my own thing. And yeah, that's definitely the way I'm going to go, because it's, it's an untapped market. There's so many people. Social media is worldwide. You're talking millions of people. So you get 1% of millions of people, and you're absolutely flying. So that is that's my roadmap for my personal growth going forward.
Absolutely. And man, we're so proud of you. The dedication, the focus, and just amount of time, man, that you've taken to go out and show these folks, most of them being, investors that have never touched anything in crypto, Another part being just of people who've never really invested and you educating them and bringing them from fiat all the way to the Kronos chain is absolutely fantastic. And you're seeing the results. You're creating those results with your efforts. And keep going, man. you're if not already one of the biggest whales here. You're definitely going to be at the rate you're going, man, because you're on fire, man. Absolutely out there doing an amazing job. And I can only imagine the potential that you're going to really be able to create through the social medias and using advertising. Because look, you're at a point where you're making money here. You are creating that, and then to reinvest out those earnings, which is what I always advise friends and folks that I know to do. Take profits from an investment and then invest them either back into the same investment or diversify yourself. And taking those wins, taking those rewards, and spending on a YouTube ad, right? And creating something very short that's going to attract people. Hey, are you looking for that passive income? Are you not really wanting to learn how to do like drop shipment or Amazon fulfillment, Shopify? It takes time to get educated. You have to spend money. There's a lot of upfront investment. Or maybe you want to do trading of stocks, or you want to do crypto, or you want to do forex, foreign exchange. Like that takes a long time to master. It's not a quick result. Where here in what we're offering at Eternity, folks can make the investment and sit back. If they don't want to, in a sense, go bring other people under them and grow their investment, they don't have to. They can sit and do their compounding. They can get their high APR here on a daily basis, and it's quite a fantastic investment. So there's some very easy things that you can do and invest some capital, and you can test what's working, what's not working. Invest 500, invest 1,000. Hey, I invested 1,000 euros or dollars, and I've got over $20,000 in deposits that have come in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add more. I'm going to expand, and before you know it, you're just you're becoming a marketing expert, and you're capitalizing on being able to capture the attention, educate the folks, and bringing them into the investment. So we're going to see that happen a lot here. Folks, SK is going to come in here and talk to us as well. Brett's someone that we can definitely look up to and learn from. And as we grow our team, as we get more investors here, there's going to be more folks that are going to be mentors and show us hey. And I'm really excited to see you guys take advantage of that, learn from that, expand, grow your investment through using all of those skills. So hold on a quick second. There we go. All right, moving on from that. Go ahead, Brett. Did you want to comment?
Yeah, just to touch on something that you said there, and you've said multiple times. One of my people, one of my investors today that I signed, I spoke to him. I sent that message out, and he messaged me back saying, I've been involved in crypto before, Brad, and to be honest, mate, I'm just completely sick of staring at charts all day long and losing money because I went to sleep or I closed out too early and whatnot. And I said, mate, this is the beauty of Eternity Earn. You're not staring at a chart all day. And and as soon as I sent that, I could see, I hadn't finished saying what I was saying, but I sent that part of the message and I saw him typing straight away. And he just messaged straight back saying, very interested, tell me more. And then I obviously went on to tell him the process and stuff. And again, the project sells itself, you just got to speak to people and let them know. And he was in straight away, he was in. He said what we always say. He said, oh mate, who doesn't want to earn a passive income from doing very little? And it's the stress factor that we've eliminated of having to stare at that chart. And yeah, he was in straight away. So that was the first person who was already involved or had some knowledge of crypto that from my investors that got involved. So yeah, just wanted to add that in there.
Fantastic. That's exactly it. You know, people are wanting a simple, easy way. They understand the, you know, the sacrifice. You know, when you deposit your funds here, your crypto, you are not able to change your mind 5 minutes later and get out. You have to understand that there is a process, that there is the strategy, and that by following that strategy and letting the compounding do the work, while you walk the dog, while you go live your life, do a hobby or work your other business, you let this investment grow. You do your compounding, whether it's once a day. There's a lot of folks doing it, you know, several times a day, and trying to get the most out of the investment as possible. So thank you for that, Brad. I appreciate you, you know, sharing this tonight, and you know, pretty much from the beginning, you've been, you know, keeping us updated. And as you see, we're all here to support you. We've talked personally many times, many days, and it's what the whole team here in the community is about: supporting each other to find the solutions to make it as easy for folks to understand and to be able to come and enjoy the investment. So thank you. With that, we're seeing here, I posted a screenshot. Fortunate helped me do this today. One of the things that we did when we updated the Eternity DApp a few days ago was, of course, the color schemes, moving the compound button and the claim button. They were very close to each other, and there was a couple of folks that were suggesting that we need to change because they've had, like, you know, some fat finger claims. You know, the buttons were right on top of each other. You had to be really, really careful. So our coders went ahead and they fixed that. Another thing that we asked them to do, we are in talks with some extremely large groups, investor groups. We're talking, you know, 50, 60, 80,000 members. We're not going to name yet, you know, who they are until we finalize our, you know, agreements and partnerships with those folks. But one of those groups in particular was a bit concerned and said, hey, if we're going to go out there and push this to our community, to our investors, we love the investment, we get it, we love the team. We see that you guys started, you know, from day one, having a group of founders, a syndicate that were other leaders of other groups and lounges, reputable folks who haven't been here for a week or a day. They've been here for years. You know, very wise investors, very good leaders who know how to do, you know, precise due diligence, look at a solidity contract, look at the track record of developers, you know, if there's any bugs, if there's any weaknesses, and if there's just any kind of shady, you know, dangerous variables, either from the team or from the contract, or just the way they conduct their business, right? And being able to differentiate between a possibly good investment and a horrible, you know, run away, run out the door, you know, hit the fire alarm, you know, as you exit the building. This is horrible. So those guys have been with us from day one, and as we're recruiting and bringing more into the whole Eternity family, one of them mentioned, said, hey, if I promote the investment and I bring my community here, there is the option that they didn't use my link and they're still able to come into the Eternity miner. And that was a concern. They said, hey, if we're going to do our efforts, we want to ensure that those guys come in and that we're rewarded for that, you know, with our syndicate. So what we did was to create, when you're a new user, you haven't been here before, and you haven't logged your wallet into a referral link from someone that brought you in, and it's your first time, the DApp will require you to add the invite link so that you could get in under the person that referred you. For those folks that show up and they haven't, let's say, paid attention or noticed that there was a link, they just went to the website because they looked on YouTube or they saw a Twitter ad, or maybe something like Brett did with Medium, and they just went directly to the URL the way it was, they could get in. So Brett would be losing that referral, 12% of a potentially small or huge deposit, or maybe somebody that started small and then really loved it and they wanted to invest more and they got more people in. So we've created that extra step, that extra feature, so that person would come back to you or would go back to the person that told them about the investment, said, hey, it's asking me for a referral wallet. What's that about? I wanted to enter and it wouldn't let me. And that's when we tell them, oh, sir, gentlemen, young lady, here is the link. Just click on the link and you'll be able to go ahead and get in. If you need any, help with the MetaMask or getting Crow, we'll be happy to help you. And if not, just go on over to the Telegram channel of Eternity, and all of the staff there will be very happy to help you. So that's something that we've put out there. It should give a lot of reassurance to all of you that if you're going to do efforts of recruiting and bringing folks into the investment, that you're guaranteed a deposit from anyone that you bring. So that's been implemented. And with that, Fortunate, do you want to maybe touch a little bit on that subject and tell us how you've been doing, sir?
Yeah, sure. Could you be a little more specific on what exactly you want me to touch on? Because I've been kind of losing track with things, brainstorming in my head, what I want to bring to the community.
Yeah, man. About having the feature on the update to the Eternity Miner D app, where if someone's coming in without the referral link and they try to join, it's going to tell them referral wallet is requested to deposit. And that is to really protect the community, those big groups that are going to be working with us to bring a lot of their investors on board, to have that protection and guarantee that anyone that you bring in is going to need your referral link to make the deposit.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that. I think it's a great benefit. There's always going to be those people that are on the fence with anything that's new that they haven't experienced yet, because that's just the nature of the human. Until we train ourselves otherwise, sometimes we'll see a change and we'll say, oh, this is bad, until you get used to it. And then when it comes down to maybe making a change from that they learn to love, they're like, oh no, that's bad. So really, we just have to sit down and evaluate what it's going to be doing for each and every person here, because the last thing that you want is to bring somebody in with a $10,000 investment and you not get paid for it. So you just spent, maybe 2-3 weeks with this person. They come in, they're like, oh, I don't need their link. I just sign up. I'm a part of the team. I'll start earning. Well, the person that referred them, they're going to feel very upset. I know they'll be making some money, and the end goal is to make people other money. But in the same aspect, the opportunity for us to get referrals was given to us for a reason. So it makes sense for people to see the harvest of their labor. When they're planting these seeds, they're bringing new investors in. It's a really great thing when we sit back and look at the positives and the negatives, and we kind of weigh them together. And eventually, I think that you'll see the extreme benefit that we have here, because people that we onboard, these bigger groups that Alice was just talking about, and Steve as well, they're going to be they're going to be wanting to get the benefit, the way everyone else has. So with that, it's a really, really good for all of us. And it helps people build a relationship, because when you use that person's link, you can come back and, hey, they're almost obligated to help you, because they don't want that person to be a bad wing on their team. They want them to be the best that they can be. And I've said it time and time again, but this is a relationship investment. Not like, kissy, lovey-dovey, that type of stuff right there. But, you really have to build a connection with people. That way they can understand that you're not trying to get over on them and you're trying to help them. And in the same aspect, this is an investment that you get paid for regardless whether you get somebody signed up or not. So it's a really good thing looking at it, looking at the ups and the downs. But I'm really bullish on it. I love it. We're going to be bringing it on to phase 2, so it's good to see that the practice or the function that they implemented is working, and we can go ahead and move forward in phase 2. So that's what I have for that. Atlas, that sounds good.
Yeah, man, fantastic. Thank you for sharing your opinion. And it was something that was important to these folks and important to us. The key to really the success of all the investors here is growth. We absolutely need to focus on growth. We don't want to stall. We don't want to let up. As every day passes, our focus as founders and owners of the project and developers is to ensure that the investment becomes every day stronger. The TVL is actually on the rise. We understand that we want everyone to be able to take their 7th day claim and not to feel guilty. On the contrary, we want you to rejoice. We want you to pat yourself on the back and say, I've made a great investment. I've created a passive income here. It's like a paycheck that I'm receiving every week. And we want that initiative. We want that drive. I mean, that's how everything's been set up here, all the way to we get to create a mobile app that will be so advanced and so easy to use that folks won't even have to use a MetaMask or a Trust Wallet. They won't have to go to a Coinbase or a bridge. They'll be able to pull their credit card out or transfer their crypto in, use a QR code to invite your friends, making it so simple, because this is a fantastic passive income investment for the masses. I don't care what part of the world you live in. Everybody wants to hedge themselves against inflation. The fiat currency is a debt currency. It's the way that it was created and the way that it functions. And you have to hedge against that. And being able to do that without having to put any work into it, just let the investment compound and grow, it speaks to millions and millions of people. And it's our job to go out there and get them. So if a group is telling us that they are concerned of bringing their thousands to tens of thousands of investors over here because they want to make sure that they're able to capitalize on their efforts, then we need to hear them. We need to adapt, and we need to welcome them with open arms here to grow. And that's what you're going to find from me, from Steve, Gordy. The whole team is here with that in mind, with that being the primary focus, right? We can't just build this and sit back, and we cannot just stop listening to the community or adjusting things as much as possible to create an environment that folks are happy to come and invest in, that they feel their value of their time is being respected. So that's pretty much it, guys, for that. Thank you again, Fortunate, for sharing your point of view. I want to take this opportunity now to have our first invitation to have anyone come and ask a question or make a comment, suggestion. If this is your first time or you've been here with us, we'd love to hear from anyone. All right. I guess we don't have a question at this time. We'll do that again before we end the podcast for the evening. We'll give someone a chance if they want to join, or maybe if you have a question and you want to type it in the chat here, you'll be able to do that, and we'll read it and answer it. If maybe you're not able to speak or it's loud where you are, we'd love to go ahead and do that and answer that for you. Okay, one second. We're just getting a message here. All right. We have an update for you guys. We let you all know yesterday in the podcast that This next week, we are going to focus heavily on doing AMAs. We want to get out there. We want to speak to communities of investors, explain to them what the project is about, what the risk to reward is, what the strategy is, and give them all of the information so that they can make an educated, informed decision, combine that with some due diligence, and come invest. So we have our first official date. This is going to be for Monday, this coming Monday at 9 p.m. UTC. It's going to be with the DeFi Snipers. They are actually a part of our Founders Syndicate, a great group. They have a lot of experience over at Trip, and they're building a really, really great syndicate for our phase 2 as well. They're already in the miner. They're enjoying the rewards and the benefits, just like all of us here who have already invested. So we're very excited to be going over to their group and doing our presentation, taking their questions. And I can tell you they're just wonderful, wonderful people. It's a gentleman from the Netherlands, Marcel, and his partner Joanna from America that run that. And let me see if I could tell you how many folks are over there. Last time I checked, I think it was like 4,500 folks. Okay. Just bear with me as I pull it up for you guys. $4,440 subscribers over at the DeFi Snipers. We're going to have Gordy put a banner out for that event. We're going to be doing a giveaway as well for all of the folks that want to go over there and participate with us from our community and also from their community. Anyone could win it from either community, but we're united forces to have this fantastic opportunity to talk about Eternity, which is where I think we really shine. We have a fantastic product. It's very clear we're taking 2 wonderful projects that have had amazing success, Baked Beans and Drip, and we're putting our twist on it. We're upgrading features. We are combining both of those projects to balance liquidity, the yin and the yang, as well as taking our miners to other blockchains and bringing that liquidity all coming to the token and to the main contract balance. It is an absolute monster. It's a piece of art. It's a beautiful, very smart, and very safe way to be able to create liquidity and have a very healthy passive income system with 2 different, options, 2 different styles and benefits. You're having up to 15 levels of rewards in our phase 2. Here in the phase 1, you're getting up to 8%. And it's a 1 level, but you're getting the compounding, trickling up as well. So we're very excited about that. Gordy, maybe you want to speak a little bit tonight on the podcast?
Yeah. So we're right on schedule with everything, and I'm happy with all the AMAs. Great groups, huge groups. We'll keep the big ones for ourselves, but you guys will see it soon in the banners that I'll create and share with you guys. The process on the YouTube podcasts is going great. I expect them tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, all on YouTube, and from then it will just be on YouTube a few hours after the AMA every day. Some quick updates, but it's going all great, and let's go.
You're excited about the podcast on Monday?
Totally, man. Totally. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you've met Marcel before. He's also
Great
from the Netherlands, like you. So that was a great first meeting. You guys got along and understood each other in your own language that only you guys could understand.
Yeah.
But it was great, and we're happy to have them in the Founder Syndicate, bringing experience, bringing mentorship to our community as well. because they understand how to do the investment correctly, and they're here to help anyone that really has questions and it's new to them and they want to understand. So having people like that involved is such a huge bonus. And even for some of the syndicate founders and folks who are new, and they want to be able to, you know, go to an expert, someone that's had success, someone that's been doing it for a while. They're all here, you know, and they're going to keep coming here because it is a new investment, you know, combining these fantastic, you know, well-proven projects and bringing them into one and expanding further on that. So, you know, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anyone else that would like to join the podcast this evening and maybe ask a question that you may have, a suggestion or a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if not, I think we'll close it out. We're going on an hour for tonight's podcast. So we'll leave it open for a couple of seconds, see if anybody would like to join. All right. Well, in closing off tonight's podcast, again, Steve, happy birthday, my friend. Glad that we had the opportunity to sing you the happy birthday in mariachi Mexican. And
thank you so much, man. I do appreciate you.
That was fun. It was definitely fun. Would you like to, in closing, add any comment or just say anything? We'd love to hear from you.
And you always cover it so well. I'm just really excited to be moving forward here. Looking really forward to the stealth launch coming up, guys. And, you know, looking forward to doing this big giveaway with the NFTs. So, you know, stay tuned. You can win some good prizes and really add to your eternity bag as well with some of the crow prizes. So, you know, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing where if you do win one of the top prizes that include rare NFT and some of the crow, and you invest it back in, we will be doubling it if you invest it back into eternity. So you got some good opportunities there to not only promote your referral link, but also to, you know, win some good prizes and get more of that compounding and claiming action going. So, you know, stay posted here, stay tuned. We'll be getting everything posted in the group and looking forward to it. And I'll be able to answer any questions anyone has once we get everything out there for the community. But yeah, thanks so much, Atlas. I appreciate you.
And thank you for all your hard work, Steve H. Enjoy the rest of the birthday. Only 8 hours left. So, guys and ladies, thank you so much for attending the 15th podcast. We're keeping this one short. I think we've been very effective in going over a lot of updates, letting you guys know ahead of time about the AMA that's going to be coming on Monday, 9 p.m. UTC. And as well as the shill contest and the shill army that Mr. Steve H. And his marketing team are going to be setting up for you guys to join and be able to win some prizes with the NFTs. Or that's going to be quite fantastic. It is the time. We've got a great solid base here of investors at Eternity that are really understanding the investment, wanting to help anyone that shows up new that has questions. So that's in the work, as well as the updates on the D app, that change that was created to secure those big groups that want to come in here and bring their tens of thousands of investors to the investment. So we are looking very healthy. Crow's looking great at a 28-cent buy, and we're all compounding. We're making our investment grow, and you know, the vibe and everybody's just doing a fantastic job. So thank you all for attending this evening. And Mr. Fortunate, whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and finish the podcast.